Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
This is Windows Server 2019. It's an evaluation version, which is like for 6 months. You can have it. Just like Google out and get it based on your email address. You will get an image file. After that, you have to create a, bootable image using this software. You know that, right? But then also I'm just sharing it. And from Windows itself, like if you go here. And here it's a Windows ISO. You will have to fill out the form. And then you will be able to download it. You use Rufus that you can run the Windows. Rufus is for, creating a bootable image. No, that's what I'm saying. You use this that you can have a Windows device, right? You use Rufus that you can have a bootable Windows image, right? Yes. That, and then I installed it on physical laptop because my virtual machine was hanging and it was not a good experience. I made a dual boot. If you have a good memory 16 or 24 GB, then you can create virtual machine. But if not, then I would advise you to make it dual boot. And after that you have to go to this one will pop up. And in the add role you have to go next. And you have to install this to Active Directory, Domain Services and DNS Server. This too should be installed. I have already installed this. It's nothing, just you have to do next, nothing else. Then it will be installed. Once it is installed, you have to restart the server. And after that, it will show you here in your local server that you have AD and DNS boot. Now there will be a prompt here. Promote the server as a domain controller. I click on this one. I wait here. Some processes are going on. Now I will click on this, add a new forest. I will give a name. You can give it any name. That is not a problem. You can put like I am help calm or kind of whatever you like. I have this domain with me means with one of my friends. I am putting that domain. Ideally, whenever you are configuring DC, you should be putting the domain that you possess. If you have any domain purchased, then put that one. Otherwise, you can put random, but I would advise to purchase one domain because in later on that custom domain part in Okta. Also, if you want to paste it, you will need one domain. Maybe just, go to any site and buy a cheaper one. You know that you don't need to renew. Just for $1 or $2 per year maybe, or $10 for 2 years kind of thing and have it. Now I go next. This part right here is your configuring a domain controller. Because why I am showing you this, I could have configured it myself also and directly jumped to Okta. But since you might not be knowing, considering that option, I am configuring it. Generally scenario would be you go to any company, they will already have a domain controller. You would not need to do this kind of steps. But for lab purpose like that, you can do it your home on your own. I'm showing you this. This one, we will not select it. It will come. This one shows its processing. NatBio's domain name would be this. We will keep it as it is. No option. Now I click on install. Once it is installed, it will reboot. Post reboot, we will see like how it look. Once this is done, then we will see how we can integrate Okta Mix Active Directory into Okta and import the user. And I would advise you to, set up a same lab for yourself as well. And do some configuration and hands-on practices that what kind of things can come up, and at least in a mind it is. But this is kind of a bit advanced topic. But still, it is good to know. If you say that you know how to configure Okta with Active Directory, then it will be a +1 for you. And by the way, this is on-premise. Active Directory and Microsoft is going to end the support for this one by 2023 or 24. I'm not sure. In next 2 years, this is gonna be out of support. Gotcha, you have to go to Azure. Yes, Azure Cloud. Is that integration pretty similar to doing the on-prem with Okta? Which one? If you was integrating Azure AD with Okta, is it similar? That is not possible. Oh, you have to use on-prem. See, the thing is, Azure AD is nothing but a cloud version of Active Directory and other policy-related stuffs, and all are moved to Intune for device management. Identity part is with Azure AD and device management part is with Intune. Earlier, what used to be there, that by AD only people used to manage certain group policies for PCs as well. If eventually the support for Active Directory is going to end, what will a company use for integration then? For your true source. Maybe will it be like O365 or Azure platform? A platform. Or if you do not have Azure platform, if you are. See, the thing is Azure AD and Okta, they both are competitive product. What Microsoft will say, hey, you are already using Azure AD, right? Why do you need Okta? Whatever Okta gives, we give. We give. You can see the screen, right? Now here into directory integration. Add Active Directory, add LAP directory, add LDA interface. We click on Add Active Directory. Now it will show you what you need to do. Okta is on internet. You would have firewall if it's on premise everything. The Okta agent will sit on Windows Server and it will connect to your domain controller. If it's a big company, then you will have a domain controller, a different one, and you will have a separate server just for installing Okta agent. But for lab purpose, you can install both on the same PC. And once you go next, first of all they will ask is download the Okta agent. That you will have to download and install. Now, from here, we will have to complete it from the server itself. It's taking bit time than expected, but I wanted to show you. That's why no worries. I appreciate. Now we go to directory integration at Active Directory setup. Now you see here mid agent setup run as admin. Next. Now it will ask domain name. My domain name is this one. It automatically populated. But if it doesn't populate, you have to put it here. Then you go next. Now it will ask you to create a service account. It would be better if you have already a service account with super administrative privilege. But if you don't have, then you select this, create one. Generally, otherwise, what you can do is you can create one global administrator inside your Active Directory and that account you have to specify here. But let's see, keep it right now. Here, the default one, create the Okta service account. Now you will have to give it a user password. But if I'm already a super admin, I could just use that login. But I would suggest you to keep a different one. Because tomorrow, if you are not in that organization, then this one won't work. That's why service account is required. Here you have to put under organization URL. They have already given us here. It is not targeting because the true name is this one. This will only happen if you have this free developer tenant in production 1 Whatever the name, one is there, it will take it. Now see, you will see here this kind of, because it's a Windows server. It often happens. What you have to do, go to security, custom system level. You have to allow the cookies. It's been a long time since I worked on the server. I also forgot. Wait a minute. I'll see you at once. See you at once. Wait. Just a minute, buddy. In a word. Hello for cookies. This will happen. First, what you have to do is make the Chrome as a default browser. Still, it is taking the Internet Explorer. I maybe have to go and set it up here. This kind of thing only will come into, real life scenarios. Like wherein you will be. It won't be completely Okta issue, but you will have two other systems that are working with Okta. You will have to tune it them also in order to, make it work. This one. Let's say we are troubleshooting it together. Now it worked. Now you have to use your Okta admin account or any admin service admin account. If you are doing it in production somewhere for company, then always use a service account which has a super admin privilege. You see now. Here Okta username format. You can choose, we will put email address. And one more thing for Okta. To create a user, it should have first name and last name and email address. These three are mandatory attributes for Okta to create a user. Here they are asking to select everything. If you don't want to select everything, just select particular O's. Let's say if you have like tons of users, some necessary users, then you can select only that are required. But right now I am here selecting everything full. On the production one, make sure what all users you want to keep in. Only those OUs you have to select. Got This will sync the groups and above one will sync the users. We will see whether we got or not. This is the attribute list. If you want to add, you can add the attributes from AD to import. Got it? We already select few stuffs, which is kind of standard. Don't turn them off. But apart from that, it will be there. Click on Next. It's done. Now you have to configure this one. Active Directory to Okta. That was just the first step, sorry. That was just the first step. You have to do Okta. Yes, AD and then Okta. Setting. These are settings where, when users are coming from Active Directory to Okta, you have to schedule an import. Ideal is every hour. Okta username is email. Don't put this J81. You have to import the user. And if you select this one, then activation email will not go. Otherwise, activation email will go. If email will match, then user will be created. First, let's select this one. Here you can select Auto confirm accept match, Auto confirm user, Auto activate limit. This is important. Allow Active Directory to source Okta users. This should be checked when a user is deactivated in Okta. In Active Directory, deactivate in Okta. Or you can suspend. Never select to nothing. Otherwise, the whole point is gone. Default is deactive. If you want, you can put suspend also. And when a user is reactivated in app, means an Active Directory, it is reactivated. Or you can reactivate from AD if you want. Just a minute, buddy. That is the setting. This is import safeguard. If are importing, if more than 20% of users are getting removed or unassigned, then it will pause the import. If 1000 users are in AD, now you started import from AD, and Okta notices that 200 users are getting removed. Due to this import, Okta will automatically hold this operation. Got it? Let's say if it was going to, unassign 400 people, then at least you will get some notice. Something is wrong. Check some settings. If it is a expected behavior, then you can, continue it. But it will at least give you a warning. Here you will be able to map the what you say attributes the way you want. All these things. Okta Active Directory. Do not do anything. What about the integration piece? Leave that alone. What about the integration at the top left? Do you do anything at the integration piece? Downer. It says to Okta under provisioning. The part that says to Okta. Then integration. Do we do anything there? We already did it right. And this is delegated authentication. What will happen is user will be able to use their AD credentials when they log in into Okta. And if user is locked out in AD, then they won't be able to log in into Okta. And now that this is configured, we should be able to see the groups for the user. And now let's do one import. There are two types of imports. One is incremental. Means it will not only import the new changes. I see. And one is full import, which means it will take it from scratch. Generally, you do incremental only, but weekly once. You can do the full import to make sure everything is there. You see here, they will show you one new user imported or in a new groups imported. See here, your user is created. Since I have not selected automatic activation, you have to manually activate it. If you go to groups, what's best practice to automatically activate or activate manually? Automatic activate and group. You see here, these are Windows groups. There was one group which I created. Test one. You see here, that's how you do it. But when you import the AD groups, you would not be able to modify them. In order to modify them, you have to go to AD. They do. If like you still want to master, AD, a main thing, then it is a good option. My current client, I will tell you they don't have Active Directory. They are completely on cloud. Now what we will do is, if you get a chance, start building this kind of lab. And tomorrow, we can, pick up some more questions around this and play a little bit around this one. And I can show you, because as soon as you create this one, you will have a sorry. Not this one. You will have password policy. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.